After 8 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge David Yakubuchi sees the contest 80-72, while judges Lawrence Cole and Jesse Reyes see it 79-73, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake El Gallo Paul!
The boxing community has responded to the explosive showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and these are some of the craziest reactions.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel bad watching this fight. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it feels bad, man.
Ahead of the bout, Jake Paul described himself as a disruptor, pointing to his professional boxing debut in 2020 and claiming he would soon become the face of the sport. On the other hand, Mike Tyson appeared to be in incredible shape at 58 years old. Even Paul admitted he felt slightly intimidated after seeing Tyson's powerful physique, despite the controversy surrounding Tyson's return. Tyson had recently revealed that he was considering a full-time return to professional boxing. Speaking to Mail Online before the fight, Tyson said nothing would be ruled out if he knocked out Jake Paul, explaining that he was taking things one fight at a time, but that a complete comeback remained possible if everything went as planned. When asked whether he would be interested in facing fighters like Daniel Dubois, Alexander Usyk, or Tyson Fury, Tyson issued a firm response, stating that everything would be on the table. During an early training session, Tyson was visited by Gene Kilroy, the legendary manager of Muhammad Ali. Kilroy left the gym looking reassured, commenting that despite knowing Tyson since he was 13 years old, he had never seen him in such exceptional condition. Tyson, famously known as the baddest man on the planet, also made a chilling statement during an episode of Countdown. The youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history drew a sharp contrast between himself and Jake Paul, saying there was a fundamental difference between them. He claimed Paul was a manufactured killer created by television and media, while he himself was a natural-born killer. Despite the 31-year age difference, many believe Tyson still held the advantage going into the fight. British boxing legend Ricky Hatton was among those who shared their views, stating that Tyson's immense power could pose serious problems for Paul. Similarly, martial artist and actor Michael Jai White highlighted Tyson's intensity and polished technique, suggesting those traits could overwhelm the younger fighter. Hatton was very clear about his stance in an interview with Action Network, praising Tyson's physical condition, especially given his age, and warning about the knockout power that once made him one of the most feared heavyweights in boxing. He said that if Tyson landed a clean shot, Paul could be knocked out badly. Hatton also noted Tyson's speed and explosiveness, remarking that he looked outstanding for someone his age. He suggested that Paul's best tactic would have been to avoid Tyson early on by jabbing, moving, and staying out of range, hoping Tyson would tire in the first few rounds. Hatton remained firm that Tyson's strongest chance was an early knockout, while Paul's odds would improve if the fight went into the middle rounds. He concluded that Tyson would likely start fast and go all in early, predicting a knockout win for Tyson or a points victory for Paul. In a Vlad TV interview, Michael Jai White also shared his thoughts, drawing from his close work with Tyson in the film industry. White warned about the danger of Tyson's body shots, explaining that even larger fighters with longer reach struggled against Tyson's low center of gravity. He emphasized that once Tyson targeted the body, it became extremely difficult to stop. White added that if Tyson landed clean body shots, he didn't see how Paul could withstand that kind of attack. Despite the obstacles, Jake Paul viewed the fight as a chance to prove himself against a legendary boxer. Tyson's experience, strength, and relentless mindset made him a dangerous opponent, even at 58. Paul needed to depend on his youth, strategy, and endurance to survive Tyson's aggressive early pressure. For Tyson, the fight served as a testament to his lasting legacy, with pre-fight training footage revealing flashes of the ferocity that defined his prime.
Day 2, I'm getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. What?
In the lead-up to the event, former undisputed heavyweight champion Mike Tyson prepared for a remarkable clash against YouTuber-turned-professional boxer Jake Paul in Arlington, Texas. The historic bout, streamed live on Netflix, marked a major milestone for the sport. The Netflix mega event featured an exciting card of 7 fights, headlined by a highly anticipated rematch between undisputed super lightweight champion Katie Taylor and unified featherweight champion Amanda Serrano, adding even more energy to the night. Former boxer and analyst Bane Stiver backed Tyson, telling the Caradonnet and DAZN that when Tyson fought Roy Jones Jr. at 54, he looked sharp. And if that same version of Tyson showed up, the fight likely wouldn't last more than 6 rounds. He explained that while the younger fighter would try to assert himself early, he expected Tyson to target the body and pull Paul into deep waters from the start. Stiver added that although Tyson is older, he still carries strong ambition and dangerous intent, noting how powerful and sharp he looked on the pads. He emphasized that Tyson was taking the fight seriously and saw no clear path for Paul to win. Roy Jones Jr. also favored Tyson, telling TalkSport that he liked Mike to win, possibly by decision, but believed Tyson could end it early if he chose to. Tyson Fury shared a similar view on the MMA Hour, stating that if Mike Tyson lands a clean shot, age doesn't matter, and backing Tyson to score a knockout despite Paul's experience. Bleacher Report writer Lucky N. Gassett credited Paul, Tyson, and MVP Promotions for drawing in viewers, acknowledging that Paul has consistently found ways to entertain fans while often placing himself in favorable matchups. Gassett noted that whether facing former NBA player Nate Robinson or ex-UFC champions Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva, Paul appeared to hold advantages in those contests. He added that the event would likely be a spectacle, something to watch for entertainment rather than take too seriously, predicting it would generate buzz and possibly lead to another lucrative matchup for Paul in the future. As fight night approached, anticipation continued to build around the Netflix-exclusive event. Boxing analysts, former champions, and even Tyson's past opponents shared their predictions. Top-ranked CEO Bob Arum favored Paul, stating that no matter how great a fighter once was, a 58-year-old couldn't perform like before. He expressed hope that Tyson wouldn't get hurt, but admitted he gave him little chance to win. Lennox Lewis disagreed, telling Fox 29 that Tyson would win, arguing that he wasn't too old and that Paul wasn't a true fighter. Roy Jones Jr. also believed Tyson held the edge, describing the matchup as a young lion versus an old lion and predicting that Tyson would still be too much for Paul. Buster Douglas anticipated an easy win for Tyson, telling Gambling Zone that Paul's best hope was simply to last the entire fight. Sports Betting Dime, however, leaned toward a Paul decision victory if the bout reached the later rounds, citing Paul's youth and conditioning as key factors in keeping Tyson at a distance. Larry Holmes, who was famously defeated by a young Tyson, shared mixed feelings ahead of the fight. Speaking to MGB, he said that if Paul were to win, chaos would follow, though he also expressed happiness that both fighters were earning massive paydays, something fighters in his era rarely experienced. Holmes suggested that a Paul victory would spark huge celebrations, but stressed that regardless of the outcome, the financial success of the fight was unprecedented. While Holmes claimed he didn't care who won, his detailed comments suggested otherwise. He said he had watched recent footage of Tyson and warned that Paul needed to be fully prepared. Holmes believed Tyson could handle the shorter rounds and emphasized that when Tyson commits mentally, he becomes extremely dangerous. He cautioned that if Paul tried to trade punches with Tyson, he would lose, recalling his own experience of being hit by Tyson and knowing immediately it was over. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming content.